Do you feel the same? Cause I got high hopes. Do you want the same? Cause baby, all I got is high hopes. Do you feel the same? Do you want me, babe? Or is it just a game? Cause I got high hopes. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So ever since I started using the A7S3, I've been carrying around 2 full-frame bodies, and it has been a little bit annoying and I guess cumbersome is the word. Whoa, where'd all the light go? Let's try to find some more light. But the biggest reason why I've been doing that is because I wasn't 100% sure if the A7S3 would be a good camera that I could shoot video and photos for, especially when I'm out doing some client work as well. Because the A7S3 is 12 megapixels and the A7 III is 24 megapixels. And that's sort of the biggest reason that I've been hesitant, because for my personal work, I think it'll be okay since I mainly post to Instagram. But what I want to know is, are they still going to be sharp enough for some of the client work? And so we're gonna go out and find out if you guys can tell the difference. Now, I've been using the A7S3 for a few months now, and I have snapped a few photos with it here and there, and I think what I like most about it is that it has the flip out screen. So when you're getting high angles and low angles, you can adjust the screen and sort of frame up your shots more confidently. And I do like that. And man, tonight was super annoying because we already shot the photos, and trying to jump between the 2 bodies has been pretty frustrating, I think, for me. I'm glad we're done that. By now you might have already seen the photos, but if not, let me know what you think and if you could tell the difference or not, especially the ones that I posted to Instagram. I also took one shot, I think, with the iPhone to see if you guys could even tell the difference. The one difference that I have noticed is that the autofocus system on this is incredible. Now, it's much better, so much more advanced. It really just locks onto your subject really well. It just knows what you want to get in focus. It's almost like it is smart enough to anticipate that. Whereas with the A7 III, you really have to work the camera. And once you know the camera really well, it focuses really amazingly. But I think this one just has a bit of a leg up. And for some reason, just the shutter on this guy just sounds incredible. And it just feels really nice to take photos with. I love taking photos with this thing. I really hope that the 12 megapixels, once I pull them in to Lightroom, really gives me a lot of image resolution usability. With the 24 megapixels, I think you can punch in a little bit and you definitely have a little more grace than with the 12. But having said that, iPhones are 12 megapixels, and I think people do a ton with that. So I guess we'll find out. Anyways, it's getting quite dark. How's this image? Is the A7S III holding up? Is it the low light beast that everyone says it is? I think so. I apologize if the sound was also not very good tonight because it's been quite windy. So I guess we're gonna head home. It's getting late. Yeah. I'm gonna pop all these photos into Lightroom. I'm gonna edit them up. Let's see how many people got it right. Can you tell if it was the A7S III, or if it was the A7 III, or if it was the iPhone? So, we'll be back in a little bit, or I'll be back in a little bit on the computer. We'll see you then. Now we're back at home, and I've had a chance to look at the raw files and edit them. So as you can see from the previous shots, that it is pretty difficult to tell which camera took which shot. Before I put the photos back onto the screen so that we can reveal which camera took which photo, I wanted to dive a little bit deeper into what 24 megapixels and 12 megapixels actually means. So in order to do that, I created a couple diagrams to help me explain this and wrap my own head around it. With 24 megapixels, that actually means 6024 by 4024, And for 12 megapixels, it is 4,256 by 2,848. And if we compare that to the 4K and the 1080, we can clearly see that 12 megapixels has enough usable resolution for both those screen sizes. Now, in terms of Instagram, most people are posting in the 4:5 format, and what that means is 1080 by 1350, which is what Instagram suggests. So if we look at that format and compare it to the 12 megapixels and that resolution, you can see that there's plenty of room, and it even allows you to even crop in a bit. Even further, to break that down, if you take 1080 by 1350, the pixel count and resolution only works out to 1.46. So if you think about that, you can even punch in and crop in and still have really good usability on a 12 megapixel sensor. Now, for myself personally, I wanted to figure out what that means for me, because I typically export my photos at 2160 by 2700, so double the amount of resolution, and then I post that onto Instagram. So if you look here, it is 5.83. So basically I can crop into 200% and still get good usability. So now that we have all that technical stuff out of the way, as you can tell, my shirt muffled my mic, but let's reveal which photo was which. So my mic is still muffled, but what did you think? Could you tell which photo was which? Let me know down in the comments below. Now, just to follow up on if I think that the A7S III is a great photo camera, absolutely, from these tests you can tell that it is. So for most of my work, 99% of the time, I will be carrying around the A7S III for photo and video. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye. Whoa, check out these lights. They're dancing. Can you see that? Very cool. That's dope. Okay, anyways, that wasn't planned at all.